That seems better. Okay. Sorry about that. For some reason, my sound wasn't working right from the game. I don't think it was coming through the stream at all, so I had to work that out. And then I couldn't get the stream to actually stream. But I believe it's going now. You'll have to forgive this stupid message up in the left corner about Quant V needing updated. Sad thing is, there's not even an update, so I don't know why it's telling me that. So, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, and look, I'm still getting this, the slow performance thing. I don't understand it. I've upgraded my processor. I moved everything to a brand new SSD that I've got hooked up to an M.2 slot. There is no way I should still be getting that. So, I don't know why I'm getting that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go. Make it morning. Okay, so we are. Where are we? There's one of the new scripts that I'm going to show is the hot air balloons. I did not create the balloon itself. I believe it's a Russian gentleman who seems to go by the letter W. Maybe with, I've seen it with a W with a slash after it, a W with two dots after it. I've seen it W with some numbers after it. I'm not sure what you would call him, but he created the balloon originally. I have edited it. I have made edits to it and done some custom textures, and we've messed with it to get it to function the way that we want. And we're still tweaking it a little bit because it could be a little squirrely, but my goal, he had scenarios included with it, but they didn't really work all that well. In fact, they never spawned on my server. I never actually saw the balloons come in. I read some comments of people that said they did spawn in, but they spawned in the same way every time. All you had to do was drive up to a location and a balloon would spawn. So what I wanted to do was create organic, natural hot air balloons that spawn and fly over the state. So I made a script that kind of does that. FiveM is, anybody who's ever tried to write scripts, it could be a challenge to get FiveM to do what you want to do. It doesn't always. And these are no exceptions. Sometimes the balloon falls from the sky, and I don't know why yet. But I have it set to where it's possible they will spawn between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And they're kind of on a random timer, so it doesn't mean at 10 a.m. they're going to spawn. Just somewhere between there, if the process kicks off because the timer sets, then the balloons will spawn. So it makes it different all the time, and they don't always spawn in the same place. There's sort of a random chance thing that it goes through to decide which spawn points get used and which don't each time. There's two sides of the state they spawn on. One is over here. Kind of yeah, down let's see, I don't know, I'm going the wrong way. Anyway, yes, over here. The Del Perro Beach area, is one place they will spawn. Pretty much from down around that little mountain there to down around here, to the Venice Beach or whatever you call this, Booty Beach. There are spawn points in here where the balloons will take off from, and they fly that direction out there over the sea. And then from right around in here somewhere to down, I don't know, somewhere down in here, they will spawn and they fly up over Chiliad and head off out that way over the sea. So they'll go over Sandy and Grapeseed and go out over the ocean and disappear out there. So then you just naturally have hot air balloons that spawn and go. And I'm going to kind of wait and see. I mean, eventually they'll spawn and we'll see them come over. But it's unpredictable, and it's supposed to be. But while that's happening, I will talk about some other stuff going on. If you don't know about the UFO script, check that one out. You can spawn a UFO, you can abduct people. It's got the alien, like, physicality things where you can jump high and run fast and stuff like that. It's been released for a little while. It had a couple of issues with it. One, people did not like the fact that the UFO said FIB on it, which we thought was funny. And so we have changed that out to be the same UFO, just without the FIB. And, that's the only change with that. The other thing we're working on is sometimes when you would abduct people under certain circumstances, it would abduct just about everybody on the server. And a few people told me that, and I thought, how is that even possible? Well, I found it. It was possible, and it might have happened to people, but I have fixed that. That will no longer be an issue. And I'm working on, if you get abducted and you're inside the ship and you have to leave through the ship's anus, that's what it's called in the game, where you fall down through that hole. If you happen to fall wrong and hit the side, it was killing people and they just got stuck in the wormhole. I'm working on a fix for that to where I haven't, it's in the thing, but it hasn't been tested yet. So hopefully you won't die falling out of there. Are they subject to random wind movements? It's not really random wind movements. The speed for the balloons is it's variable, so some go faster than others. They all head in the same general direction, but due to the random nature of where they start and stop, they might cross a little bit and they don't take the same path every time. So it's a little bit random. They go in basically the same direction, but not the same path. So I'm kind of waiting for, maybe I'll clear the weather up. So we can see them when they do come. But I'll show you the balloons that I have in here right now, and because I can spawn one. Good grief, can't type. So this is the hot air balloon. It has 17 or 18 different liveries on it. This would be number 5. I'll start at 1. So and the checkers and the 8 ball and some of the ones they change color. They have different colors. Yeah, they're orange right now. I'm not sure what sets that color. There's the rainbow one. There's stripies and other stripies and sort of a Southwest looking thing. Really Southwest looking thing. I kind of like the stars and stripes. Oh, look at that. Zero gas. I have a taco truck one. Sort of this Indian teepee looking thing. This is Colts Towing, which is actually a business in my RP server that I've put in. There's also Gangsta Grill, which is a burger place. And the stripes. And that's it. And it, here's how it flies. And you can control the direction that it goes. It's not like it goes really fast or... oh, that thing is killing me. Yeah, I mean, you can't turn on a dime or anything. It just is what it is. Goes down quick. And if you hit hard enough, it will explode. Just so you know. So that's the balloons. And then they will spawn naturally. Again, it's random and I don't know when it'll happen. If it'll happen. It just happens when it happens. So hopefully it will. I can show you the trams while we're waiting for balloons. There's a couple things I want to show you about the trams. Oh, they're obviously here because I can hear them. There it is coming in. I've seen a couple of transcripts out there. I've never seen one. Oh my goodness, that's loud. I've never seen one that actually works perfectly. And most of them do not network properly. It's really hard because they're not actual vehicles, and it's really hard to get them to sync with all of the different clients. I have done it a way I've never seen done before, and it was a bit tricky, and I don't even know how to explain it. I did a crazy workaround to get it to sync on everybody's client, and writing on it was even trickier. So, oh, I'm going too fast. All right, so there's ticket machines that show up, and you can buy tickets. I think it's $25. That's what I have it set at. Yep, there it is. So now I have a ticket, and honestly, you can get on it without a ticket, and all it does is call the police. So, and what's beautiful, we made custom versions of these trams. You can see it. See the trams down there? There's two of them. One going down, one coming up. You can see them from forever away. There's no one sync issue where they disappear. They're there. You can go way over there on top of a skyscraper, and if you can see them from there. If they're big enough, you will see them from that far away, which is very cool. And when it gets up here, I'll ride on it. I think this one's the one that's coming. Yep, here it comes. And David, you were asking how close this is. In testing, we found a couple of things that needed to be addressed. One was if you die on it, it made a mess. So I had to work that out. What it's going to need is my death manager has been customized to work with it, so it will. It'll work. I don't know what other death scripts are going to do. It's probably going to freak out a little bit. I think you'll fall through the floor and land on the mountain. That's what seems to happen. Or you'll get stuck in it or something. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it with other death scripts. So we'll have to see what happens. Oh, great. It freaked out. That's not normal. For some reason, there's two of me. Well, I guess there's a bug to check into, isn't it? I don't know why there's two. Are there any errors? Nope. That's really weird. Never fails. We call it the stream curse around here. As soon as I go to show it, something happens. And it freaks out. David, you have one that works, sort of? I mean, I saw one that came out rather recently that looked like it might work, but I haven't tried it. And I haven't seen their code, so I don't know what they did to make theirs work. I know it took a lot to make this one work. In fact, probably a year and a half. I've tried to make this work probably 4 different times. And it does. See the map there? There's one on each end. And they are in sync with where it is. I'm really curious about why there were 2 of me, and will it do it if I get back on? I'll show you what happens when you die. But with 2 of me, I'm not sure what will happen. Doggone it, there's still 2 of me. That is so strange. Yeah, see, I don't have a ticket, and it tells me it's going to notify the police. So it'll work with the locals call 911 script, where it will notify the police if you get on without a ticket. All right, so I will. That's not what I Is it here? Yeah. So I will commit suicide. And we all die. And so here on this server, it's you can respawn instantly, but because I'm on the tram, it says you'll be given option shortly, and this is the customization. So it makes you wait until you get to the other end before you can revive, and that was the solution to the problem that we had run into with dying on the tram. Because if you revived on it, you got stuck, like in midair out over the mountain somewhere, and you couldn't move. It was really strange. So we kind of worked out a way to fix it. And if you just stay here, you'll just keep riding it up and down dead. I do have to work out why there's two of them. I've never seen it do that before. I don't know why all of a sudden they did that. It didn't used to do it, and I haven't changed that. So I don't know. I don't know what it's. This stupid game. Why do we mess with this game? Why? So once it gets here, it will let me revive or respawn or whatever it is that you do. And I can leave. So that was the fix, and it seems to work. One more fix that I need to put in is if you ride a motorcycle or a bicycle or something in there that fits in the door, it also makes a mess. So that needs to be fixed. And obviously it needs to be fixed to not double the person on there for whatever weird reason. So just to let you know that this stupid QuantV thing, I'm running both QuantV and U1D. Or parts. It's not all of it. Because there are parts of both that I like. And it's been working really well, except for this stupid update message that I don't understand. I love U1D. So, if you don't know what that is, check it out. U1D. The QuantV guys will tell you can't run them together, but you can if you do it right. All right, what else do I need to show? Yeah, as soon as I quit the stream, it'll probably quit doubling people. I don't know. Maybe it just needs a restart. This server hasn't been restarted in a while. So this is my local dev server, so a lot of things get restarted on it, and it jacks it up sometimes. Have I shown the object spawner lately? Because I'm trying to get that done and out. I'm going to come down here because I have one of the things that that has been added is the ability to save groups of items and respawn them whenever you want. So I have one spawn group, I believe it's called Beach 2. Obviously I'm wrong. Oh nope, there it is. Okay. And this was my test group. So it's a bunch of beach balls that I spawned and not exactly a smiley face. But one of the things that I've added to it is an edit mode, which means as you walk around to different ones, they highlight. And if I hit E, I'm now editing this, and I can move it and place it, and it's just like I was placing it brand new, and it'll save it to here now. So next time I spawn it, it'll be there. And that's the part I've been tweaking and trying to get right. There's also what's it called? Car2? Oh yeah, there you go. So I had added items to a car, and when you spawn the group, it spawns the car and the items attached to it. So that is going to come in super handy. I mean, can you even imagine how cool that's going to be? It is saved in a database, so those of you who have a phobia of databases or have an allergy to them, you're not going to like it, because there is a database to save the groups. If you don't want to save groups and stuff, you don't have to put the database in, I guess. It's maybe I could add an option. But there's also a couple of new commands. For instance, delete radius. This will delete all of my items that I have spawned within, I think it's a 10-meter radius. So now they're all gone. There's also clear radius, which deletes anybody's spawned items within a 10-meter radius. So if somebody leaves a mess, you can go clean it up. So that's pretty cool. It only uses the database to save groups. That's the only thing it uses it for, nothing else. Let's say, I'll show you the interface to it, because it's all working now. So if I say spawner, it's going to bring up the menu. Adding it to the world, because that's the default. So these are my groups. So you could actually spawn it from here. I don't remember what they all are. Well, here, I'll hit this, and it should. This is untested. Oh, yeah, see, this was... it spawned it. It just... this is when it was still broken. So those groups are all test groups, and they have some wonky stuff in them. But, okay, so, you know, you can set this up with as many different objects as you want. There's a basic set in here from, I think it was what was in the old object spawner that's in here right now. But let's say construction work water barrel 3A. So there's this mode, which is what we call free aim or camera mode. So wherever you move the camera, it moves the object in relation to where the camera is pointing. If I go to the next mode, it's gizmo. And that is grabbing these arrows and moving it. You can also, as you can see in the menu there, page down, we'll snap it down to the ground. If I go to the next mode, this would be the way that you're used to doing it, is with the keyboard. And you can move it fast with the shift, or slow with the control. And then I can go back to camera mode, which of course is going to move it. If you have it nearly placed, don't go to camera mode, because you can go back and forth with the bracket keys. Don't go back to camera mode, because it will move it back to being based on the camera. I use Gizmo a lot. It's just, it's too good. And then you can place it. and it will start another one. You just hit delete to stop it, just like always. And I placed that soft, so I should be able to kick it over. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you can add any item you want to your menu. It could be any item you want. And you can also spawn any item that's spawnable in the game. So if I say spawner W for world, I can do whatever prop I want if I know the model name. So this is why I use this one all the time, because I know the name. Prop Beach Ball 01, and it will spawn it by name. So now you need to use it responsibly, because if you spawn 600 objects in there, it obviously is going to be bad for the server. In fact, I think there's a limit, and I don't know what the limit is. We ran into it at Christmas time because they were doing a parade, and they were attaching Christmas things to vehicles on flatbed trailers and things like that. And we did hit a limit to where people couldn't see everything that was spawned in, because there is a limit to how many things it'll render. So be aware of that. Don't abuse it. But I love this script. And yeah, I mean, crash scenes, traffic control really handles crash scenes. But anything, let's say you have, like, prompt has the Sandy MLO that puts a bunch of houses in here, and they're all empty houses right now. You can furnish those houses. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, problem with that couch is you have to set it hard or it falls to the earth when you touch it. But anyway, you could furnish a house and save that as a group. Like right now, it says saving to current group, which would be car 2, which means it's gonna spawn with this chair and stuff. Let's see. We'll delete. This one's not going to delete because I kicked it over. That's funny. Yeah, it'll never go away. That's funny. All right, so now if I spawn car 2, I don't know where it put those, because like I said, I'm still working on this thing. That's why it's not released yet, because the rest of it's attached to a vehicle, and those would not have been. They'd have been attached to the world. I haven't tested that until just now, and that was a mistake. So if you delete the vehicle, you're just going to leave your props. Anyway. Releasing soon. Yep, when it's ready. I mean, obviously I have a couple things to work out. It's all minor details now. The majority of it's working. One of the things that's backwards is when you hang on, let me get to the beach ball. These it says right there the right bracket goes to keyboard and the left bracket goes to gizmo. Those are backwards right now. I think because Wittigold built the gizmo part and all the UI stuff. I think he's fixed it and sent me a new version. I just don't have it in here yet. So that's backwards and needs to be replaced. All the editing and the moving it around and all that stuff is perfect. It's all working great. The only thing I'm having to deal with is the groups. And for the most part, they save well and they edit well. There's just a few minor things that that don't do well. Just realized I don't have my phone and I don't know where it is. I thought I heard it beeping and it's not here. Okay. Is it a specific to a spot on the map? If you attach it to the world, yes it is. If you attach it to the vehicle, no, it'll spawn that vehicle wherever you are. And the objects are in relation to the vehicle. Does that make sense? I never did see balloons come over. We'll go back to morning. I think it's from 10. I could restart it and they'll automatically spawn, but I want them to be natural. But normally you can, you see them go right over. Let's see, what else? Let me look at my board here where I keep all my work. Oh, something I fixed was, I don't know if it's on right now. Oh yeah, the 3D chat. It was using a particular native that doesn't calculate distance the same as all the rest of them. I'm not sure why it's different, but it comes up with different numbers, much shorter numbers. So that the distance you could see those chat bubbles from was very short, and I have fixed that and changed it so now it's 20 or 25 meters away by default. You can change that. So that's been updated. I think that's been released already, or maybe it hasn't. Yeah, no, it hasn't. I'm looking right here. The new speedometer is well, the speedometer itself is fine. It works. But I'm doing aircraft HUD. I don't even know if I can show this. Let me see. Specific window. Just trying to add a source. Well, is it all black to you? It looks all black to me. I literally don't see anything on it. What's that look like to everybody else? Iron Van, yes, that's how it works. It saves it. So can you see that HUD, or is it just black to everybody? It looks black to me on my screen, but it is black, isn't it? Well, bummer. I tried. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it's just black, but sorry. It looks a lot similar to like a Microsoft Flight Simulator HUD or something like that. Just not quite as intense because it's GTA and not Flight Simulator. But it'll look like an aircraft HUD. And that's what I'm working on with that. I will show you this because this is cool. So there's the new speedometer. What you can do is say theme, and it'll toggle it to the other one. So anybody can use whatever theme they want. And eventually I'm going to add a way to move it around the screen and put it wherever you want per client. So anybody can move it around and decide where it goes. That sounds like Christmas music. That is. That's kind of funny. So that's a speedometer. What else? That's mostly what's on the almost ready list. There's some zombie updates for you zombie server fans that are being added. One of which is generators around the map to be able to charge electric cars. Another is medical supplies, mostly around where the what do you call it, safe zones are, to where you can go to it and heal yourself. That's being added. Some efficiency updates for some of the database work. 5M does not like a lot of database calls. It tends to choke on them. So is balloons even running? I should look. That's funny if I've been this whole time and it's not even running. Oh no, it says they're active. Okay. If there's no one in the server, they go on they go inactive, so they don't even try to spawn. They just wait for somebody to join before they think about spawning again. It likes clouds, doesn't it? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is restart the script and hope I don't crash. Oh, to get rid of that spawn group thing, you say spawn group and just leave it blank and it'll... Or it won't. Why is it not? Stupid curse. Yep, it's throwing an error. I don't know how that's even possible. Okay. I'm going to pretend like it's not happening. Stupid curse. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to... You guys know DevMate? Fantastic piece of work by Whittigle and The Law. Well, it says right there on the screen. Right there. You can buy this at Big Daddy Scripts. I don't get any money from it. They get all the money from it. I don't take a cent. But it's an excellent developer tool. Like right here, I can come in and say, so the hot air balloons, and I can restart that script, and what it'll do is it'll give everybody a warning, and then 7 seconds later it'll make sure that all the objects and everything are removed that had been spawned from the script, because you'll crash otherwise. And then it restarts the script, and you'll see up here, there it is, it just started. And I didn't crash. So DevMate's great for that. It's also great for, there's an entity viewer, so you can go around and it'll give you information about props and things that are in the server, or vehicles, or PEDs, or whatever. If you have it turned on, there's permissions for all of this, so you can lock it all down, because some of it can be super dangerous if you put it in the hands of the wrong people. Like code execution, you don't want people having that. The OneSync blip shows you how far OneSync can see, which is kind of cool. The game modifier lets you turn traffic density and pedestrian density on the server up and down. So you could just make it desolate if you really wanted to. Uh-oh, I'm crashing. I did. What crashed me? I don't know. It's generic. Well, let me get back in. I'm going to change music because I'm ready for something new. Obviously, I had something going on. I told you I probably needed a restart on the server. Yeah, so which means I'm probably not going to get to force the balloons on. I should make a command that lets you do it. Anyway, I was showing you DevMate. There's coordinate tools so you can measure between points and all that good stuff. Resource Explorer. I don't. Oh, this actually looks at your resources folder. That's one I would lock down for sure. I don't use it ever. I use this more than anything. As I'm testing and working on stuff, I restart things all the time. And so it'll throw all those network entity errors because it's removing things, and then it restarts the script. And we'll see if it crashes me again. The problem with the balloons is sometimes the vehicle's meta doesn't seem to load right, and it causes all kinds of trouble when that happens. The pilot won't spawn in correctly. You can crash when you try to spawn one. There's all kinds of stuff. It's just wild and frustrating. Let's get on top of this. Woo! Too fast. But we will see them come from over here if it works. Oh. Yeah, that's it. They're falling from the sky. And crashing. So, yeah, something's wrong with the metas file again. Drives me crazy. It's been a fight with this thing. But anyway, I suppose that's all I have to show. And I appreciate you all showing interest in being here. Watch the Discord for things that get released and updates that happen. They're all there. But I appreciate you folks. And I will see you soon.